Hey loves, how are you? Welcome back to Person Redz Space. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about how to tap into your peace. I'm just going to be going over little different methods that I know work for me, that, stuff that I can share that Spirit has given to me, just to help you, because I feel like sometimes we misplace our peace. We give it away to other people. It's kind of like how you're able to create your happy space, but it's a little bit different. So sit back and relax and enjoy the video, and I hope it really helps you. So give me 1 second and I will tune back in. Hey guys. Sorry, things got a little bit hectic this morning. And I have to move around a little bit before I can place you in one spot. In this video, I want to talk about how to basically tap into your peace. We do a lot with tapping into our happiness, but honestly, our peace is a little bit different. Once again, sorry. I ended up having to move around a little bit, but I'll get you guys situated soon. So, usually what I tell my clients when they want to tap into their peace or their happiness is their happiness is to picture a happy place where everything that, makes you happy, or the main things that makes you happy, are present. And it doesn't really matter too much where it's situated. But you basically create a barrier over the area that, you've made to create your happiness. Now, when doing with your peace, you can do it the same way. It's not really too much different. But where you're happy at, you have everything there. But as far as your peace, you want to have a peaceful place where there isn't a lot of noise. There isn't a lot of distraction. Because even your happy place, you could be laughing. It could be a place where, there's a lot of action going on, but it's just stuff that make you happy. Tapping into your peace is a little bit different, because we tend to get distracted by little things that take us out of our peace. Not necessarily out of our happiness, but it takes us out of our peace or peaceful place. The methods that can be used to put you in a peaceful place, a lot of people go for meditation, which I feel like meditation is definitely a good place to start finding your peace. But even before going into meditation, you want to actually put your body in a place of peace as well. So your breathing exercises are very, very important when working on your peace, because your body needs to be in a state of peace as well, not just the mind. Because they work as a symbiotic relationship. They work as a whole together. Sorry about that. So as far as breathing, there are a couple different ones. I'm not so familiar on the proper names of what they are. I'm just aware of what they, like, the actual, physical way to do it. What a lot of us are actually familiar with is to breathe in deep through our nose and then release through our mouth. Now, that is one of the most common ones that will help you, help your body get into a place of relaxation and peace. Another one is breathing in through your nose, counting to 5, and then counting to 5 while you're holding it in, and then releasing it as you count to 5. So 5, hold it for 5. And when you breathe out to 5. 1. And doing that about between 5 to 15 times will help create a peaceful and relaxing feeling to the body. And that also aids in your meditation for going into peace. Also, I'm really into aromatherapy and the scent that helps the mind. I always say this, my go-to for relaxing is frankincense and myrrh. Frankincense is an antidepressant. It is an anti-anxiety, and it reduces stress. Burning that and not sitting over it and breathing it in, but burning it for a little bit and literally breathing in the scent for a little bit will also help calm you down and bring you back into a state of peace, or at least reduced stress. It would be good if you could burn this the whole time of you doing a meditation to keep you in that place of peace. And just imagining yourself somewhere like maybe on a beach, listening to the breeze or the sound of the waves crashing. You can also play not white noise, but you can also play like nature noises or nature sounds. There are certain apps on your phone that you can download to get that. That will put you in a place of peace, because for some of us, listening to the rain causes peace. Listening to rain droplets or like the sound of a stream, even like nighttime sounds, can help us find our place of peace. And these methods that I'm going over are methods that you want to use if you are actually sitting in a space where you can do this. This is not for something that you want to do mobile. The breathing exercises, you can definitely do that in the car while you are mobile. You can even listen to sounds in the car while you're mobile. I would just suggest that if you're the type of person that kind of drifts or kind of goes into trance, yes, sis, it works. It works. If you're the type of person that goes into trance when you're meditating or listening to certain sounds, I would not recommend doing it in a car. But if you are confident that you can listen to it in a car without getting sleepy, without feeling some type of way, definitely do it in the car. I know a lot of us lose our peace in the car because of people and how they drive, road rage and things like that. Again, this would be great for the car if you do get road rage. So we have the breathing. I showed you 2. We have the music. You can also utilize binaural beats. Certain solfeggio frequencies are made for peace. Again, if you don't get sleepy, you can listen to this in the car. You can listen to this while you're walking around. If you're in a house, that's perfect. And you can actually, if you have a laptop or a desktop, play these nature sounds or solfeggio beats like continuously. Because a lot of these binaural beats with the solfeggio frequencies, they are like 7 to 8 to 9 hours long. And you can play them. Right. Rose oil does have the highest, but to actually find a genuine, real rose essential oil is very expensive. And even though like you can score the petals of roses and put it in whatever your carrier oil, whether it be avocado or almond, it's kind of not the same as far as scent goes, but it's the same as far as topical. So just know that if you're going to use rose essential oil, make sure that it's real, so it actually has the same properties, scent-wise, aromatherapy-wise, because rose essential oil is very expensive to make. so it is very expensive to get. But rose is a very good one. Sweet orange essential oil helps against anxiety as well. That is a good one. Of course, you want to dilute any type of essential oils that you're doing like on your skin. If you're doing it in an oil burner, you can dilute it in witch hazel, or you can dilute it in distilled water, and it'll still do the same. You can make it into a spray. That'll definitely help. I like to put witch hazel in any of my sprays because it helps for the skin and it doesn't mess with the clothes very much. But yeah, back to this. You can put it on your desktop and play it throughout the day at a very nice volume, and it'll definitely help the space that you're in. If you have plants, it'll definitely help with the plants, because if you aren't aware, whatever you chant or say to your plants, or what your plants hear, or the frequency that your plants are in, they will repeat that frequency back to you. Because we all know plants, trees, they can talk back. So when you play certain frequencies or chant like Ram, Lam, things of that nature, they eventually start chanting it back. So if you're chanting peace frequencies, money frequencies, healing frequencies, they will chant it back. Maybe not in a way that you can hear like with our binaural beats, but they put that energy out into the space that they are in. So your plants and your flowers can also help put you in, help you tap into a peaceful space. Not just happiness, but peaceful. And though people think that happiness and peaceful are the same thing, a happy space involves different frequencies, laughter, anything that just makes you happy, while peace puts you in a state of relaxation. So it's more quiet than a happy space. But a happy space can be done the same way as a peaceful space. You can also, depending on your element or what elements you feel more pulled to, you can find your peaceful place in water. Like I like to find my peaceful place in the shower. Some people do it while they're meditating outside with trees. Sorry guys, I had to eat. I need food in my system. Some of us, our peace comes from lighting a candle and just observing the flame. For some of us, listening to the wind, like today, we have a wind advisory. Listening to the wind go through the trees can be your thing. That is also very helpful in helping to find your peace. Another one is, we have journals for everything. You can literally, plants best for spirituality. For me, I like money trees. I like the lucky bamboos, and I like bonsais. Bonsais, if planting is your thing, bonsais are good because they cause you to have to pay attention to them, to trim them, to water them, and really pay attention to their upkeep. They're not the easiest ones to have, but like I said, if you have a green thumb and dealing with earth, plants really bring you joy, a bonsai is great if you want easy upkeep. Money trees and lucky 7 bamboos, or just lucky bamboos, are really good to me. Rosemary plants are very good to have in a spiritual sense. Rosemary definitely cleanses, protects, and purifies the area, especially if you have them by your front door. If it's not cold, have them by your front door, because it helps to keep things from coming in your house, spiritually wise, like negative energy and negative entities. If you cannot have them by the front door because you have a cold draft that comes in, then I would just recommend having them on a table near an entrance, but not where the draft can get to them. Um, Aloe vera is a good one because aloe vera is really easy to replant. Like taking a piece of a tip of aloe vera and putting it into soil will definitely work as well. But aloe vera is an air purifying plant, and it definitely helps with bringing in positive energy. And of course, if you are into herbs and things like that, you can definitely cut some of the limbs off of the aloe vera and use it for your skin. If you have sunburn, if you want to moisturize your hair, it's good for moisturizing your hair. And you can actually drink it. You could put after taking the skin off of the aloe vera, you put the flesh into water, distilled water or alkaline water, let it sit for about 12-24 hours, and then you can drink the water that is in. Off of personal experience of family, I gave that to my mom when she had cancer, and it definitely helped with that. I'm having too many brain farts, but off the top of my head, it's definitely good for your health. It is definitely good for the lungs because of the texture of it. I know a lot of us don't like the slime, but if you aren't aware, your lungs have a type of I don't want to call it slime because it makes it sound nasty, but your lungs have a type of film over it that drinking sea moss and aloe vera, it helps protect it and keep it moist, because your lungs have to have some type of film to keep it from drying out. You don't want your lungs to dry out because that would definitely be detrimental to the lungs. So if you can get an aloe vera plant, that would be great. There are some other ones I have to really think. I cannot remember the name of it. Also, if you're really hard on plants, you can get air plants, which are plants that really don't need soil, and they're really pretty to put on like your walls and stuff like that. If you Google air plants, they will tell you the best air plants and how to take care of them, but it's really minimal maintenance. You can also get succulents. Succulents definitely are good for dry areas. They don't need a lot of water at all. So they're definitely good on the upkeep if you don't have the best green thumb and you tend to forget to water your plants. Succulents are very good. You can also Google succulents as well. They're different ones for different areas of like the world, depending on humidity, depending on actual temperature. And they're really good for upkeep, and they are really pretty. There are some that look like roses. There are some that come in colors. There are some that are really small. So it really just depends on your preference. All of these plants will talk back to you. All of these plants will put it in the air. So just make sure that if you have a space where there's a lot of arguing or anger, your plants will pick that up and they will push that back out to you, which is why I'm like, put it in a place where you have these solfeggio frequencies, these binaural frequencies going on, where it's quiet, where it's not a lot of lower level or negative vibrations going on, and they'll push out that positive frequency to you and help you, deal with your peace. Now, if you're out and about doing things, you want to have a thought process that you can go back to help you create a peaceful state. Kind of like the same way you want to use the same backbone as creating a happy state, which I said was basically envisioning yourself somewhere happy, that no one can get into, that you create a barrier, and you don't want to tell anybody where your happy space is because you don't want to give anyone power over your happy space. So you want to do the same thing with your peaceful space. When you create this space, you create a barrier. And a barrier, it could be just, picturing light around the space that you're in and reinforcing it, kind of the same way as you put a barrier over yourself when you're doing protection. So Your peaceful space, of course, like I said, it doesn't have all the distractions and stuff that your happy space has. You want to make sure you don't tell people about your peaceful space. Because sometimes when you tell people or show people your peaceful or happy spaces, you basically give them power to infiltrate and get into your space. And you don't want to do that. You just want it to be your space. Only you know about it. I mean, you can tell your kids, but again, this is just your space. This is something strictly for you. So you want to be able to go into a mindset where you do the breathing. You can close your eyes, because for a lot of us, even if you pay attention to animals, when you put something over their eyes, they immediately calm down. They become peaceful. Same thing with people. You can have the eye covers, or you could just close your eyes, breathe in, breathe out. You can do this as many times as you want, because when you cut off one sense, you heighten other senses, but you also create a space of peace. So if you're in the car, or if you can step to the side somewhere and do that breathing real quick, you can ground yourself and find that peace. This is like one of the most basic ways. These are some of the most basic ways to tap into peace. Again, it is like happiness, but it's a little bit different. And you just want to make sure that your visual in your head are peaceful places, are peaceful thoughts. If other thoughts try to infiltrate, again, go back to your breathing. Go back to listening to the frequencies if you can. Just the breathing is going to be the best one, because if your body is relaxed, your mind will follow. It will do its best to follow, because it wants to be at a harmonious frequency. So your brain will follow where your body is. So if your body is feeling stressed, your mind will feel stressed. So that's why the breathing is important. It is also important for you to get massages, acupressure, things of that nature to help you tap into your peace. Because if you're stressed, your shoulders are tight, you know, your back is tight, your peace is going to be limited in a way. And just make sure you know whose energy is touching you when you get these massages and acupressure, acupuncture, things of this nature done, because you don't want to be having someone whose energy is iffy to you, or whose energy is off because they had a bad day at home. That can leak into your energy. Sometimes your peace is connected to the energy that you have around you. And it's not even to say that people are bad, but even like certain friends, for me personally, I don't go around them when I'm looking for peace, because I know they're very high strung. They have a lot of drama going on, whether they're inviting it in or not. And I don't want to absorb that. And they're completely okay with me being like, not today. Like, they understand. Some people won't. It's up to you and your discretion how you deal with them and how you have them around. But remember, energy is everywhere. And I know we like to talk about energy vampires, but technically, energy is around us 24/7, 7 days a week, 365. There is no shortage of energy. You get it from the elements. You have it, whatever you have in yourself. So, in talking about energy vampires, no one can really suck or drain your energy. They can only transform it and transmute it into something that's lower vibrational. It is really up to you to create a barrier for yourself that they cannot transmute or lower your energy. Or you need to have it to where you are using the energy of the elements, the sun, the moon, the wind, the water. You are using that energy to funnel out whatever low negative energy is being put in your space, and you're replacing it with nature's energy, which is inherently usually neutral to positive. So there really aren't really energy vampires. It's just someone you're allowing to transmute your energy. And you just have to actively stop that, which you can use red jasper. Red jasper keeps your energy to yourself, and it also helps to make sure that you're not absorbing anybody else's energy. So that's a good one. Red jasper is a definite good one to have, and it's very grounding. So we went over breathing, aromatherapy, plants, separating yourself from people and things that are dramatic, that are not on the peaceful, positive level that you want it to be at the time. We've gone over frequencies. Yeah. I want you guys to really like try these in combination with each other, because I'm pretty sure we've done one or the other. But try them in combination and see how peaceful you get. And yes, journaling. We all have journals. Journal when you're doing some of these things. Journal things that give you peace, that you find creates a peaceful realm for you. So whether you're writing down something you heard, like your grandmother's voice creates peace. You're hearing your mom sing or hum creates peace. You can write that down. Anything that creates peace, that gives you peace, that you don't want to forget, journal that into your, call it your book of peace. Journal it in there. And you can always go back to it and figure out what types of methods work for your peace and what doesn't. So you can tailor make a peaceful method specifically for yourself. Hey, Kiki. Yes, you can tailor make it specifically for yourself, because what works for me may not 100% work for you, but some of the stuff that I've given you may actually work for you, which is completely fine. And you may actually come up with something that no one else has come up with that works for you, that you can possibly share or at least have written down. So if you have a friend looking for their peace, trying to tap into it, you have something that can definitely help. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this video and that it works for you, and that you are able to more efficiently and accurately tap into your peace. And you may actually come up with methods that spirit, ancestors, your guides give you, because there are other things that I use for my peace, but I also recognize that they are gifts from spirit that are just for me, which means probably it'll only work for me because of how I am mentally and physically. So when you go into those peaceful meditations, definitely write down the downloads that you're getting from your spirit guides, your ancestors, and just your protectors, your guardians, because some of those are just for you and they know it's going to work for you because they're your guardians. So definitely write those down. Definitely tap in. And I hope you guys use this. Like I said, it's good for finding your happiness, but your peace is a little bit different from happiness. So thank you guys for coming into the space with me and, listening to me. And I will see you guys the next time. I think that's Monday. And as always, have a beautiful, amazing day, beginning of the week, rest of the week, afternoon, evening, night, whenever you see this. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye. I hope that video really did help you guys and that you really utilize it. And, like, subscribe, share this video, because, finding our peace is such a hard thing to do nowadays, that anything to create peace. And just remember to relax and take care of yourselves. And I will see you guys on the next video. Bye, loves.